Shalom Israel. Um, Today basically is the one of the rare times that I'm actually able to teach and actually pull scriptures, because I'm not driving at this moment. So I wanted to go into a quick lesson. It's not a prayer prophesying thing, so I'm not going to take off the hat. Uh, if I were going into prophecy or praying, yes, I would absolutely. Um, but this isn't the case right now. So I'm gonna cut right to the chase. What I want to read is Ecclesiasticus, aka Sirach 12. I'm gonna start at verse 1 because there's definitely a lot of stuff here that I want to touch on. Um, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou does it. Reason why I bring that up. A lot of us brothers in the faith, shit, itching. A lot of us brothers in the faith are on Instagram or on Facebook. Primarily, my concern is on Instagram. Um, my Instagram is very popular for some reason in Nigeria, and I'm always getting hit on the inbox with somebody. Um, it'll be some weird name, and they'll hit me on the inbox. They'll like a few pictures and then hit me on the inbox and say, "Are you interested in making money?" or "Send me your Cash App." And through this practice over time, what has happened is scammers have been hacking into people's Instagrams, Facebooks, and then eventually their Cash Apps. So a lot of times, literally this happened to me about 2 months ago. A good friend of mine that I literally grew up next to, my next door neighbor, my entire younger years of my life. I got messages from him needing to borrow money. Now I know personally that he had just got evicted. Him and his whole family. Basically, I'm 90% certain it's not that they were broke. They just, I guess, tired of the landlord. Probably got tired of all the violence that came with having him as a tenant, because the friend that I grew up with, they kept that block hot, to be honest with you. But he hit me up and was like, "Yo, I need." Well, a person from his account hit me up and said they needed money, whatever. So I sent the money over on Cash App. And then about a couple weeks later, that same account posted a car and was like, "Oh, I was able to get a car, whatever. Send me your Cash App," or some shit. So I say that and I pull this scripture because a lot of us brothers that are of the social media generation, we have Instagrams, Facebooks, Snapchats, and all that shit. There are going to be hackers. There are going to be scammers that are going to reach out to you and ask you for your Cash App. They're going to say, "Send me your Cash App. I'm doing a giveaway. First 10 to give me your Cash Apps. I'm going to send you a $600, whatever." Don't believe that shit. That shit is false. They will go through your friends' accounts and say, and reach out to you and act like they're your friend. So just going back to the scripture that I'm going to pull again, it says, "When thou wilt do good." So when you want to do good for brothers or for anybody, it says, "Know to whom thou does it." Now, for one, the main part about this is you actually need to know the person that you're doing good for. But also when somebody reaches out to you via social media and says, "Hey, I need money," keep in mind, you don't actually know who that person is. Last week, I had a chick hit me up needing money through Facebook, And we friends, not that friendly. So I made sure I had her call me on video chat to make sure it was her. You gotta know, because a lot of y'all brothers, man, y'all gonna fuck up y'all lives through this Cash App shit. I won't even post my Cash App, because now a scammer, all they gotta do is find out your password. And a lot of y'all make y'all passwords easy. You know? A lot of y'all basically, you gotta understand something. Your password is pretty much something that you are passionate about, right? And then a lot of times people throw their birthdays out there on social media. So now all the scammer has to do is, oh, this person was born December 14th of 1981. Let's try 12/14/81 and see if that's their password. So again, just to go back to it, there are scammers out there, there are hackers that are trying to get their hands on your money, right? So it says here, when thou wilt do good, know to whom thou does it. That don't just mean knowing the person you're doing good to. That also means that phone number or that Instagram or Facebook account that's reaching out to you, make sure that that person has not been hacked. All right? Honestly, just tell them you don't have a fucking Cash App. If you look on Cash App, they don't have that lock. You go on PayPal, it has that lock. You go on Zelle, it has that lock. You know, a secure website has a lock. But just to read on, it says, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. So if you do good, you know who you do good to. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, I've changed my position on this many times in my life, because I genuinely feel bad for people that are out in the streets begging. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. There are people that are out in the streets begging. They're just begging for money to get high on. Perfect example. Long time ago, I was on my way to the bar with my friend Teresa. I wasn't driving at the time. Some guy came up to the truck that she was driving. I'm in the passenger, and he's asking for money for his family, whatever. His family was actually across the street. Now, what happened was, I told him, I ain't gonna give you no money. I'll buy you food. And that motherfucker was really trying to bargain and, you know, make a way for me to just give him money. He's like, oh, if you give me money, if you give me food, I'll be back here begging tomorrow. If you give me money, I'll be able to do something, you know, do things with it. So ultimately, I told him, I'm not budging. You take the money or we're out. We're just gonna get what because we were at a Popeyes drive-thru. I forgot to mention that. So he wound up settling on the food, and you know, that was that. Another time, I was confronted not confronted. I was solicited outside of a laundromat. Now, those of y'all that know, I was on Clinton Ave. You know what I'm saying? Right next to that McDonald's on Clinton Ave. That's by not too far from where the new ambassadors, well, not new ambassadors, but where the ambassadors chicken is at now. That laundromat right there. Somebody asked me for money to get something to eat. I was like, yo, I'll just get you something to eat. He pretty much was like, nah, I'm good, and kept walking. Like I told him, listen, there's a fucking Family Dollar right here. There's a McDonald's right there. I'll get you something to eat. No, he didn't want it. And something, it happened to me another time, I believe. You know what I'm saying? One thing you don't want to do is give people money, because you don't know what the fuck they're going to do it with. You might give somebody money and they're going to get high or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Be careful giving people money that you don't know. Scriptures say, know to whom thou doest the good to, right? So it says, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. Meaning that, do good for brothers in the faith. You know, you brothers out there that are doing the work diligently, you know what I'm saying? You deserve people doing good for you, doing good by you. And it doesn't mean in the form of money. You know, a lot of times it could be it could be, hey, you know, you see brothers freezing out in the streets. Like there's a sister that reached out to us, sent us a whole care package. You know, we don't have the P.O. box no more because honestly, ain't nobody since then sent anything. But she sent us a whole care package with deodorants and things like that. Or if you see brothers shivering at camp, you can send them, you know, reach out to them, say, yo, can I get one of y'all addresses? I'm gonna send y'all some hand warmers, whatever, some thick gloves or something, you know, stuff like that. Salak. Or if you're local to a camp, pull up on them and you know, see what they need. You know, if it's cold, get them coffees, like, you know what I'm saying? Get them waters. You know, honestly, those of us that's out here doing the work, we should not have to shoulder the burden of not only being out there prophesying and teaching, but also buying our own waters and buying our own coffees. Like, yo, somebody, you know, those of y'all out there that's listening to the word, go out there and help your local camp out, man. This is a community thing, man. Some of y'all, you might not be out there at camp. The Lord might really bless you off of what you do for those brothers. You know, like I said, it's not necessarily money, you know, but if that's what you have to contribute that then. Ask a church for their PayPal or Cash App, whatever, or Zelle. You know what I'm saying? And send them some bread, you know? Let's see. And you brothers that's in these camps, you know what I'm saying? You know, help each other out. Of course, help brothers out that's out there doing the work. What I'm against is you brothers out there that's in these camps that have a one-way relationship with the treasury. And what I mean by that is brothers that's always borrowing and never paying their tithes. That's off as hell. Don't do that shit. Don't not contribute and then expect help. Those of you that have treasurers, those of you that got brothers that are actually, you know, collecting the tithes and putting it together, y'all got to be diligent and see who actually pays their tithes, right? Another one that I want to read, well, I'm going to read on in the scriptures. It says, well, I'm going to read it again. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. You will get paid back if you do good to a good man. It says, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. Can't put it any more blatant than that. Either the brother's going to look out for you, the goodly man, or the Most High is going to pay you back. Now, if somebody do good for you, you should always want to pay them back for multiple reasons. Perfect example is my job. A lot of times, I buy my workers lunch. There are times where I don't, but then they wind up getting themselves lunch, and they always offer me, and they damn near get offended when I don't, you know, when I tell them, nah, I'm good. You know, but what it is that, you know, it's kind of that despise the free lunch thing. I don't want nobody to sit there and look at me and say, oh, after all I did for you, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not that type of person, so that's why I buy them lunch and I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to throw it in their face. You know, but I don't want nobody to throw nothing in my face. So if you are one of the godly men that somebody does something for, do something back for whoever does something for you. That's just a good rule of thumb. Plus the scripture right here says, and thou shalt find the recompense. So somebody looking out for you should find the recompense. You know, it says, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. You know, what's evil? Gossip. Gossip mongering, actually doing wickedness. Brothers that's sitting there trying to pipe 10 bitches and not make none of them wife. You know, brothers that are just occupied in evil. Brothers that sit there, make videos talking shit about other brothers. Like they're so fucking perfect. It says, and also being a busybody. It says, nor to him that giveth no alms. So brothers that don't contribute nothing financially. Brothers that don't help nobody out. No good is going to come to your ass if you fucking stingy like that. It says, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. What that means is give to brothers that you see doing the work, don't give to a sinner. Don't give to somebody that you see out there doing fucked up shit. It says, do well unto him that is lowly. Because here's the thing. When it says sinner, a lot of y'all just automatically say, oh, people that's not in the truth. And if it's technically, yeah, because these people don't know that they're sinning, right? But there are people out there that just don't know right from wrong or don't know the scriptures. You know, I don't have no problem with helping somebody that's actually down on their luck. So-called luck, whatever. I don't believe in that. That's just a phrase, though. But there's nothing wrong with helping somebody that is not doing good, even if they're not in the faith. But somebody that's straight up, you could tell, like, is a wicked nigga, a manipulator, don't do no good for them. It says, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him. You can have a pocket full of cash. If a wicked nigga come up to you and ask for money, tell him either tell him I ain't got it or tell him no. Straight up. Lest he overmaster thee thereby. There are people that are asking for money for a come up. You got niggas out there that actually ask for money so that they can so that they can gain an advantage over brothers. You got brothers that will, and I've seen this before, dudes with money in their pocket that'll say, "Oh, I'm broke." Next thing you know, next week you see them in fucking vacation. Matter of fact, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that a lot. It says, "Lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him." So you can actually do good. You can actually do good and be cursed for it. Because you're helping a wicked person be more wicked. It's not about somebody that's lowly. It's about people that actually are actively doing wickedness. You know, Jake eats pork. Jake, just does dumb shit or fucked up shit, you know? But don't give a nigga that's an adulterer money to make him look good for women so that he could try to sit here and fuck another man's woman. Because then you're the one that's gonna get got for that. Reading on. For the most high hateth sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. That's self-explanatory. I ain't gotta break that down. And keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. Give unto the good and help not the sinner. Right? So that's it. You know, I wanted to go into a lengthy lesson on that because this is very, very important to us. You know, again, just to recap everything that I've talked about. You know what I'm saying? Give to your local camp. Help out your local camp. You know, give alms to your local camp. You brothers that's in these camps, look out for one another. You know, if you're a church that pulls in a good amount of money for, of tithes, help brothers out. If a brother needs a car, say to him, hey, we could work out a plan where I can we can pay your down payment. You just pick up the slack for the rest of the payments. Or brother needs a specific type of training for a job, and it costs money. Here, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you dudes that borrow against the treasury, pay it the fuck back, man. That goes into the last video I did where people don't pay back when they borrow. Another thing is, if somebody reaches out to you through social media or WhatsApp or whatever, don't help them. Make sure make sure the person that reaches out is a person that you know, and make sure that the person that reaches out is the actual person that's reaching out. Because again, you got hackers that will go through somebody's Instagram or Facebook. I see it more on Instagram, but they'll go through your Instagram or Facebook and get money off of you, and it won't even be going to the person you're intending to help. So that's another one. Also, don't give strangers money, or don't give people that you know is not people with good intentions money. There's a lot of poor people out there that have good intentions. They just want to live day to day, get their daily bread. Help them out, because it says to do good to the lowly. Most brothers in Israel, the Bible practically tells you you have to work, and you have to make money. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have brothers in the faith that are actually lowly. This is talking about people that are you know, just fucked up financially. You know, but with that, I'm gonna say shalom. You know, love y'all. You know, those of you brothers out there that's already doing what the scriptures say, keep up the good work. Those of y'all out there that's not, you know, step it up, man. We in the end of this thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know when it actually will be over. But one thing that you know for a fact, I don't give a damn if we're here, Lord forbid, if we're here another 20, 30 years. When the Lord comes back, he's going to want to see you doing what he said. So I don't give a damn if I got to be here another, well, I do give a damn. I would hate to, but if we're here another fucking 20 years, then it doesn't matter what I'm doing now. When the Lord comes back, if I'm not doing what he wants, all the shit that I'm doing is for naught. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.